lately I just been like, my brain's been going, I think it's these nootropics I've been taking.
Could be.
Anyway, I was thinking most people, I think, have a self-esteem issue.
Right.
I think that most people, if you meet them, you won't recognize it because people work really hard to hide the fact that they have a low self-esteem.
Right.
So like the bravado and the confidence is an act. Most people don't believe in themselves because they don't try to do nothing.
Yeah.
If you really believe in yourself, you'll try stuff. Like if you had supreme self-confidence, you wouldn't be afraid to try things. Most people are afraid to try because they're afraid to fail, or they don't believe that they have what it takes to do anything special. And I think that's what holds a lot of people back. And a lot of people will say, like, they'll say the right things. We'll be at a party or something, like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. All the shit that sounds good. I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna start a business. I'm gonna get promoted. And then a couple weeks go by, they maybe try a little bit, get a little resistance, and then they give up. I think that is the root cause of that is a self-esteem issue.
Yeah.
I would say it's all bottled up. Still, it's fear though.
But that's part of it.
Yeah, it's just like, because most people feel that they're not good enough to do certain things, or like they look at somebody doing it like, man, I wish I could be like them.
Or they try to rationalize why that person, or they got lucky, or they probably had good. They probably just make up a story or to rationalize why that person's successful and why I'm not.
Yeah.
They make some shit up. Like, oh, you probably, I get that shit all the time. Like, you probably was raised this way or this way. Like, you don't know shit about me.
If only you knew.
But you gotta make yourself feel better about your shortcomings or your lack of effort.
Yeah, you gotta do it.
I think it's how people use their brain is the issue. Like, they're not like problem solving or trying to figure it out. They're more so either like saying like, this person is smarter than me, or only if I didn't have 2 kids, or only if I had a better job, or only if I weighed 50 pounds less, then I'll ask my coworker out on a date. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like being intelligent and using your brain is like 2 different things. And I feel like most people could just use their brain, but they don't.
Yeah.
Like thinking through everything, working through everything. I don't know if everybody understand that no matter like how much money someone has, how successful somebody is, they still have to think through everything that they do.
Yeah, and it gets way worse. The more shit you got going on, the more shit you got to worry about, the more problems you got to solve, the harder it is.
Right.
But I just think that people have a low self-esteem because they lie to themselves all the time. They lie to their peers all the time. Most people, especially men in particular, make themselves to be bigger, stronger, faster, smarter, more attractive than they actually are. And I think that they know, like deep down, you know who you are, right?
Right.
But it hurts to like come to terms with that and just be like, try to figure out where you're at on the totem pole, be real with yourself, and then figure out what you got to do to better yourself, and then actually go do that thing.
Right.
It's way easier to pretend like you're not that low on the totem pole. That's the easiest way to do it. Is like to make yourself feel better about it is to pretend like you're not that bad off.
But what about the people that's a little bit overly confident that doing things?
I think that should be fake.
I think, like, for example, you got the people that's like you said, they doing X, Y, and Z, they buying this and buying that, but really, this is who you really are. You ain't got nothing, but you're trying to pretend.
Well, you couldn't be doing all X, Y, and Z and buying stuff if you didn't have nothing.
Yeah. But you don't think people can be overly confident?
I think that most people that are overly confident are overcompensating for the fact that they don't feel good about themselves.
Something is wrong.
They're trying to convince you that they're this thing, and they know deep down they're not that.
Right.
It depends, though. It's like, because some people have to work so hard to become confident in themselves. So that you feeling the weight of that. It's like somebody who go from like 400 or 500 pounds to like fitting in shape. They always got like a certain bravado to them. Yeah. And it might be off-putting to some people, but it's like, you don't know what I had to do to become this person. Right. So that's just how I like carry it. Not meaning to like offend somebody. Somebody might be ultimate confidence because maybe that didn't start off like this.
But I mean, that person actually did a thing that's
impressive. But I'm
impressive.
just saying though, it's going to be viewed the same though. Nobody is going to say like, all right, when the general public sees somebody who's confident, they usually confuse it with like cockiness or this and that, or they think they're this. But you don't know anything about how this person developed to be who they are right now.
But I feel like if you were this personality when you didn't have it, or when you were this amount of pounds, or whatever the case might be, when you lose the weight, when you do get the money, still be that person. Don't try to act all.
No, I'm not saying it's something that just come with it.
Yeah, because some people do that. Some people change who they are when they get something. When I get more money, I start acting like, like I'm this hot shot, or I lose this weight. Men and women, but when it weren't there, you was nice. You spoke to everybody, but now I don't want to be this. Don't touch me.
Having
like
self-esteem doesn't mean you're mean, though.
Yeah,
I'm saying most people lack self-esteem. That has nothing to do with being arrogant and a
but
bad
I'm saying,
person.
but that's why they view certain people with confidence is not viewed as a great thing, even though it is. Like from the general public,
but the general public doesn't have self-esteem. If I'm confident in myself and there's another person in here and they're confident, that doesn't bother me,
right?
Because I know who I am. I'm fully comfortable with myself,
right.
The only people that are offended by people's confidence are people that lack self-esteem.
Okay. That lacks confidence. That wants to be.
They're turned off by it because they don't have it.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, of course, there's people that are overconfident assholes, but those people aren't like those. Usually, they're overcompensating for something if they're just flamboyant in your face about shit that, like, if you're really content with yourself, you don't have to act like that.
That's true.
You're trying to hide something.
That's true.
Just like the loudest guy usually ain't the guy that can fight for real. Or like you're usually overcompensating when you're that boisterous about some shit.
Yeah.
If you're really confident in yourself, you feel like content with who you are, you don't have to act like that.
Yeah.
It just depends though. It's like from athletes, it's like accepted. From other people, it's like not.
I mean, it's different in the game. It's like you in the heat of the moment in a game, but they don't usually act like that in public, not in the middle of how you act in the middle of a football game after scoring a touchdown doesn't necessarily mean that's who you are out in public.
Right.
Like, that's different. It's heat of battle.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying like I mean, it's an extreme example. Like a Michael Jordan, like a Kobe Bryant, they've known to carry this with them, with whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
But because of who they are, it's like
it's accepted.
Right, because they show that they can.
But you also but you have people that say Michael Jordan was an asshole.
No, I'm saying like Steve Jobs, one of the worst people ever.
Yeah.
But he built the Apple, so it's like people like, okay, it's like.
Do people say that though? What? Do people be like, okay, yeah? I don't think people still, just regardless of because he did Apple, don't mean that people are still going to agree with shit he say or do or how he act. Right,
but I'm saying like a public consensus, people are just like, oh yeah, he founded Apple. It's like a good thing. Like it's it's overall viewed as like a great thing because of what he created.
But a lot of the attributes that made Michael Jordan came from almost. I don't know him personally, obviously, but a lot of the shit he points to comes from a lower self-esteem. Like he got cut from the team in high school. Yeah. It'd be little slights that like he feels negative about that makes him become this thing.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan today, obviously, he's got the competitive shit, but he probably would be a different person. He's probably more content with who he is today than he was when he was trying to prove himself.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm assuming. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like a lot of the stuff that they in like books about him and stuff, they attribute a lot of his hard work to feeling less than because of he got cut from the team or he got overlooked or whatever.
Yeah. But no, what I would to spin it back, people do. Their self-esteem is like very low, especially in today's time when if shit don't go right the first time, people are quitting.
But it's like you gotta do, when you say you're gonna do a thing, you gotta do it. Because you're lying to yourself.
Yeah.
And your subconscious like picks up on like, I'm just not a man of my word. Like I say I'm gonna do this and then I don't do it. Like it's not that big of a deal, but if I do that all the time, in the back of my mind, it's like I don't even believe myself.
Yeah.
That's all confidence is.
Yeah.
Self-belief.